Hello, my name is Amanda Judkins. This is my part 4, which includes chapters 9 and 10 of my final project. So I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start off with the human resources and relations. Are they currently hiring? If they are hiring, what positions and type of jobs? So yes, they are hiring. PepsiCo is hiring. I found out that a lot of jobs that I looked up, there was 31 of them within my area, and I am south of Des Moines. So that's actually quite a bit for Frito-Lay and PepsiCo. They're hiring jobs such as transport workers, truck drivers, warehouse workers, production, sales representatives. So there's quite a wide range of those positions, but with those wide range comes a wide variety of wages that those positions would earn. For example, a warehouse employee would earn $21.99 an hour. A sales rep would get paid $21.23 an hour. A Frito-Lay sales rep would get $53,000 for a year for salary. So that's just a little bit of how much those wages would earn for those positions. In addition to that, a little more information about job satisfaction. The pay, wage, salary is more than fair, especially for this area. It's actually over federal and state minimum wage. So the company does a great job with advancement if the employee earns an advancement. I know that in the past they were having legal issues due to claims that PepsiCo would not allow employees to join a trade union, and they fired 160 out of 170 of those workers. But that was in West Bengal. They also received some backlash for contracting a company that had 70 human embryonic kidney stem cells patents within the United States. And there was a lot of people that were upset that PepsiCo wanted to do business with that specific company because of moral reasons. They also received backlash from their employees and the public, and there was a time when they were boycotted by the public as well. So compensation, data, salary, wages, as I mentioned, with different positions, there's going to be different wages and different salaries. So as I mentioned, Frito-Lay sales rep gets $53,000 a year. A machine production operator would receive around $22 an hour. So that's actually pretty good considering they're a big company, but they also offer big wages as well. So, continued on compensation and salary. They also have a really good tuition reimbursement program, which is an awesome benefit. But they will only give you 25% of the cost of the tuition if it is a PepsiCo job-related degree or certificate. So they want you to stay with them and you to use your degree and advance with them. But they also have healthcare benefits, which include counseling, dental, vision, health insurance, maternity support programs, telehealth, which is awesome due to COVID, so people can use their telehealth if they have health insurance for them. And they also have adoption assistance for families that want to adopt a child and may not be able to afford it, but they also have resources and then not just including money for those families that want to adopt, which I think is pretty fantastic. They offer paid time off, paid time leave for volunteering. So if you go to volunteer and you are not at work, they will pay you for that. I think that's actually quite awesome. That encourages volunteering within the company. So to continue with that, PepsiCo does not offer a 401k, which is quite alarming for me because a lot of corporations, Hy-Vee included, actually offer a 401k, but PepsiCo does not. So you probably have to get a different company to support your 401k or do it privately if you work for PepsiCo. They also have a healthcare account where employees can put money into that account each month from their paycheck. It's tax-free. They can use that money for healthcare expenses should they need them throughout the year. But if they don't use it the entire year, they forfeit the money that's in that account. It also has employees with disabilities. They have equal treatment, equal pay, and a safe environment to work for them. They also created a resource group for employees with disabilities, one of them being Growing Together, a journey with our hearing impaired team. I think it was about 60 employees that got together and joined that resource group to help the public and PepsiCo learn sign language and learn how to work with those employees, which I think is fantastic. So methods or examples of employee motivation. One being the wage, other being the benefits, but they encourage their employees and associates to be engaged in the employee resource groups, which are ERGs. The disability group that I just mentioned is one of those. Another one is a LGBT and a group that works with the community, and they include them in talks. They talk things through about how the company should react to certain situations or comments, and they make sure everyone is treated fairly. In addition to the LGBT crew, they have a women's inclusion network that is for a women-only group that supports women in professions. And they also have a Mosaic, which is an African American or Black employees resource group. So they try to include a lot of people as if they can in resource groups so that there's resources for those people and those employees. They are also part of the CEO Champions for Change, which implements more women into leadership roles within a company. That way it's not all one gender dominated. In addition to the higher wages that PepsiCo offers, they also have a great onboarding program. They train every employee for their job, and if you advance from a job, they will also train you for your new position that you're advancing to. They also have a employee recognition program. Should an employee need recognition for something that they're doing, whether it be extremely hard work or Employee of the Month, they have a recognition program for that. So the workforce development, PepsiCo has created a few resource groups within the company. I mentioned that there's the LGBTQ one. They are called Equal, the Women's Inclusion Network, or WIN, and then there's Mosaic as well. So I did mention they do train their employees, and they also do sexual harassment training. That way there's no issues within the workforce. So their interaction with unions. There's a lot of interaction with unions dealing with PepsiCo and Frito-Lay, especially abroad. Most all of them are abroad. Aside from the labor union issues that were filed in India in 2013, dealing with West Bengal firing 160 employees. Another one would be in February 2017, nearly 350 employees at Frito-Lay plant hosted a demonstration outside the plant. And this is not in the United States. This plant was located near Pakistan in Lahore. And therefore, the Pakistan Food Workers Federation, which is the PFWF, they helped organize that demonstration, so that was done safely within their union. But this demonstration was over harassment against women. And there were some male workers, but it was mostly women. The women wanted union rights, even though they received threats, harassment from their management teams. There was a fake union created to knock down their bargaining rights, but that did not stand. So in addition with interaction with unions, the human rights accusations of violating the rights of West Bengal for employees who wanted to join the union, this is where 160 employees were fired. At least 5 other locations that PepsiCo either does their distribution or they source out their bottling. 5 other locations of workers went on strike or supported the campaign to stop Pepsi Crush. Due to 160 employees out of 170 were fired. So they were supporting those employees that were fired and wanting change. As a result, in today's consumer products, Pepsi Crush is no longer being sold at a convenience store or other grocery stores. It's kind of hard to find. So it's kind of interesting how that turned out. This concludes my part 4 for the final project. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave me a note in the discussion part and I'll be glad to answer. Thank you very much.